Bonjour et bienvenue. Hello and welcome. Today's lecture is really very important because today we will talk about an important aspect of French pronunciation, that is the concept of la liaison in French. La liaison. I am repeating it once again. La liaison. Alright? I am sure you must have heard that the French language is famous for its tricky pronunciations and particularly about the silent letters in French. But did you know? Sometimes these silent letters in French suddenly speak up. So fortunately in this lecture, I will make it easy for you to understand this concept of liaison. And initially it might seem a nightmare to you. But don't worry. Liaison is not so difficult once you get the hang of it. Alright, now let's talk about the topics that we are going to discuss in today's lecture. So initially we will discuss about la liaison. So here we will discuss about the definition of la liaison along with some examples. And after discussing about la liaison, I will show you the list of vocabulary that I have used in this lecture so that you can pause the video for a while and note down that list in your vocabulary notebook. Alright, so gear up. We are now diving into the lecture. So initially, let's understand what is la liaison. So according to the definition of la liaison, when a word that ends with a silent consonant is placed before a word that starts with a vowel, then sometimes the silent consonant is pronounced, and that is called as la liaison. So liaison in French is the practice of taking the last letter of one word that ends with a silent consonant and linking it to the beginning of a next word. This only happens when the second word starts with a vowel, and by doing so you will find that the silent consonant of the first word is pronounced. Well, I can understand your situation at the moment. Well, let's take some examples to understand what is actually happening here. So in French we say par exemple. Par exemple, which means for example. Alright, so let's check out the very first example here on your screen. So in these two different French words that you can see on the screen, if you will observe them carefully, you will find that this word that is ending with a consonant is placed before a word that is starting with the letter E. And we all know that the letter E is a vowel, right? And now if I will pronounce this first word of this example, you will find that it is ending with a consonant that is silent. So in French it is pronounced as they. They. Listen to it carefully. It is they. So from the pronunciation we can clearly observe that this word is ending with a consonant that is silent. Now from the definition that is stated above, to make the liaison, we must have a word that ends with a silent consonant, right? So here this condition is satisfied. And now the second condition to make the liaison is that the word ending with a silent consonant should be placed before a word that starts with a vowel. And here the second condition is also satisfied, right? So undoubtedly we will make the liaison here. And this silent consonant will be pronounced. So pay attention to the pronunciation of this example. Des enfants. Des enfants. Des enfants. I hope that the pronunciation is clear. And you should also keep in mind that whenever we are making liaison with the letter S, it gives the sound of the letter Z in English. So that's why we pronounce it as des enfants. Des enfants. So there is a sound of Z in the middle, right? Now for better understanding, let's check out the second example. So here in the second example, if you will observe, you will find that this word is ending with a consonant, that is N, is just placed before a word that is starting with the letter A. And we all know that the letter A is the vowel. So here also the liaison effect comes into play. And that's why the letter N of this first word will be pronounced with the vowel of the second word. Hence we will pronounce it as bon appétit. Bon appétit. Okay? Bon appétit. And bon appétit means enjoy your meal. So I hope that this example is clear to you. Now let's talk about one more example. So in this third example, if you will observe, you will find that we have a French word that is ending with a consonant, that is T, and it is following the word that is starting with the letter U. And we all know that the letter U is a vowel, right? But here the liaison effect is not applicable, because this is a case of forbidden liaison. And in this case, whenever this little French word is following a word that is starting with a vowel, we don't pronounce them together. I know it's a little confusing at this moment, but at this moment you just have to keep in mind that the above definition is not true for all the situations like this. There are many possible cases, alright? So coming back to our example once again. So keeping in mind that there will be no liaison here, we will pronounce all these words separately. So in French we pronounce it as un garçon et une fille. Un garçon et une fille. Un garçon et une fille. It means a boy and a girl. And I know that these words might be new for you, but don't worry about the meanings of these words, because I will be showing you all the French words that I have used in this lecture, along with their meanings in English. At this moment, it is important for you to understand this concept, alright? So from the definition of liaison and from these examples, we can clearly conclude that there are some situations in which la liaison is mandatory and there are some situations in which it is forbidden. And in the upcoming lecture, we will discuss about the cases of mandatory liaison, alright? Now before ending this lecture, I will show you the list of vocabulary that I have used in this lecture. And I would recommend you to pause the video for a while and note down this list in your vocabulary notebook. Thank you.